Printful and Printify are the two biggest print-on-demand platforms, but they are not the same. Printify is cheaper, but quality depends on the supplier. Printful is more consistent, but you will pay more. In this tutorial, I will show you both platforms side by side. How to sign up, how to browse products, and how to create your own products so that you can start selling today.
All right, let's go ahead and get started with Printify. We're going to get started for free, which we like here on this channel. If you have seen any of my other tutorials here before, you know that I like to start from the very beginning just because I feel like that gives you the best overall impression and the best idea of what a platform has to offer. So I have already signed up. I skipped that part so you don't have to, see my information. This tutorial is not about me. It is about you and what platform will work best. So I'm going to select content creator here. I like that they ask these types of questions. What social media do you use? TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Next. Below 50K. It's okay. It'll grow. It'll grow. And so remember that they do have providers, Printify, where they can ship worldwide. But for the purposes of this tutorial, I just put United States, but you can ship internationally depending on the provider that you select when you have your store. Complete. All right, here we are. We made it to the dashboard. Up here it is talking about if you intend to sell in Europe. I do not understand this particularly, but of course, if you live in Europe or if you're planning to sell there, that is something that you will have to understand or learn to understand. Just my initial impression of the dashboard here. It looks like it's pretty straightforward. Looks like it's helpful and intuitive. It has the steps laid out for you right here, big and bold, so you can't miss it. We're going to select create product and see what Printify has to offer us when it comes to creating a product. All right, so it looks like this is all clothing. Not bad. I mean, I like what I'm seeing. I'm a little bit confused, to be honest, why it just opens up on clothing when I know that they have a very wide range of products that they sell. I'm guessing this must just be the top selling items. That must be what people typically go for. I just want to show you two really quick. If you want to connect an outside store like TikTok Shop, Etsy, Shopify, this is where you would go to do that. Sorry, I didn't show you at the beginning, but as you can see here, these are all of the different e-commerce stores with which Printify can integrate. So these are all basically the top names in e-commerce. Seems like it's a pretty seamless process to just jump on there and connect your store. The only thing that I would remind you of, again, is just that some third-party sellers might not integrate for some reason or might not, it just might be a little bit more difficult with some third parties that they have in here when it comes to selling on certain e-commerce platforms. Just keep that in mind. As you can see on screen, they have an extremely diverse catalog. Under my products, this is where you will typically go to edit products that you have created or imported, but we are creating today, and I'm going to do a similar product for Printify and Printful so that you get it as fair of a comparison as possible. So we're gonna do a tumbler because that is one of the more popular products that people are consuming, and so as you can see, they have all of the reviews, they have the material listed out, and this is where you would go to see how you can change the different colors, what they have available, the price. It looks like all of this is just provided by one party. And I know that all of you watching this are very smart business people, but as a friendly reminder, when you see that price there, remember that that is the price that they charge you for fulfillment. So when you have your product on your store, make sure that you are upcharging that so that you can earn yourself a nice profit. Normally I would explore by myself, but since I want to give all of you an idea of what this interface is all about and the type of customer service and the intuition of the website, I will just try to be a little redundant with this tutorial so that you get the best idea. I do really like that there is an AI image generator here. I think that that is really cool. And just a little spoiler alert, that's not something that Printful offers, but Printify does. And you'll see that when I go over to the Printify tutorial. But I just thought that this was super cool that you can generate an image from AI if you are not somebody who is really great with digital design. I just think that this is something really fun and cool. So there's my image that it created with the description that I gave. And I think it's not too bad, you know? Tell me what you think in the comments. I mean, honestly, the image is a little bit busy. I wouldn't actually put this on a Tumblr, and I'm going to use a different design. Once again, I'm just being redundant so that you can see all of the different tools, so that you can see exactly what Printify has to offer, and you can see if you can imagine yourself using this platform for your e-commerce store, for your designs, and for your creative outlet. Very important here to stay within the lines, because this is indicating that if your image goes beyond that point, that it's going to be distorted a little bit, right? That it might not be the best print quality. So that is what you see that dotted outline there for. And you can do an image on each side, which I will not be doing. And then you have these different little animations, these little graphics over here that you can use. These are all free to use, of course. And honestly, you know, you get a lot from this for free usage. If you remember in the beginning, I signed up for an account for free. I do not have any type of a subscription or a membership. All of this is free, which I think is really, really awesome. You don't get a lot for free nowadays, if you know what I mean. But you get this for free and you get my tutorial for free. How about that? So hit the like button. This image right here, this is just, obviously this is the name of my YouTube channel. I created this image with ChatGPT, so I can't take any credit for it. This is not my own digital design. I am not good at using digital graphics or designing myself. I sure wish that I was, but this is all ChatGPT. But for the purposes of this, I think that it works just fine so that you get an idea of what all of this looks like and what the layout will be like. All right, let's see what this looks like. Ooh, I like it. I have to say I really do like this. I think that looks really good. I like the color. I like the graphic, the image. I would drink from this cup even if I weren't thirsty. And these mock-up photos you can use on your store as well. So see, this is an example, obviously, of what it looked like in someone's hand to give the consumer an idea of the proportion size. I think it's awesome that these are all available for you to use on your own e-commerce store. Again, whether that's Etsy or Shopify, it makes it all so much easier. And then, yeah, it gives it a preview from left to right, front to back, what it looks like with a customer, a presumed customer holding the tumbler. I'm a fan. I like this. I do. I would recommend to you that if it is financially feasible, that you order a sample of whatever product that you create so that you know what your customer is getting. I think that that is really important to make sure that, you know, you try it and to make sure that it is something that you yourself would purchase and that you would feel comfortable purchasing at the price that you're going to be selling it. Because remember, this price that you see right here, that is what they charge you for fulfillment. So you will want to charge above that to make a profit. All right, my smart and savvy creators, let's see what Printful has to offer us. Let's see what that website looks like, and let's see what a Tumblr over there looks like. All right, here we are now on Printful. Same deal as Printify, so it is free access to all Printful tools. We like that a lot. And just a heads up, both of these platforms do have additional add-ons that you can pay for. So it's not entirely free. If you want discounts with the fulfillment orders, they will require for you to subscribe. Both platforms offer something of that sort, but generally, like I said, everything that you saw me do before in Printify was done for free, and everything that you're going to see me do here in Printful is also free. And it looks like Printful essentially asks the same or very similar questions to what Printify was asking us when we signed up there. Gosh, why do they gotta ask the questions that hurt the most? You know what I mean? Like, how many followers do you have? How much business revenue do you take in each month? I'm just salty. I'm just salty because I haven't made it yet. And if you're watching this, I'm guessing you haven't either, but it's okay. It's okay. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Okay, so now we have made it to the Printful dashboard. I'm gonna say this looks a little bit cleaner than Printify. I like that you can see all of the steps laid out right there, whereas in the other platform for Printify, it was a little bit bulkier, a little just more bold. That is completely a preference thing, though. That is not a Printify sucks and Printful is great just because I have a preference for this type of layout. All right, let's get to the good stuff, the catalog. We want to see what they have to offer. Remember that their catalog is smaller than Printify. The upside here, once again, is that they do all of their own in-house fulfillment, so the quality is consistent and reliable, but it is a smaller selection compared to what you saw with Printify, and you're going to see that here. They don't have as much to offer, but they still have a lot of really high demand items that you see across many different e-commerce stores. So I don't want you to feel like if you do choose Printful because of the quality and reliability that you're going to be sold short, that they might not have the products that you want to sell. Most likely they do. They just don't have it as in high of a quantity. And I will go ahead and show you just very briefly so that you don't call me a liar down in the comments or just think that I'm a liar and click off the video. But as you can see, they really do offer a wide range of different products. It just isn't going to be as varied as Printify. Printify for sure is more diverse, but there are still many, many options over here on Printful. We're gonna grab ourselves a tumbler because I want to show you what it would look like, that same image on a tumbler here from Printful versus what I just produced on Printify. So trying to give you as fair of a side-by-side comparison as I can. As you can see, this one actually has a lower fulfillment price than what we saw on Printify, but that is because this one's actually smaller. This is the 25 ounce size, and on Printify I had selected 40 ounce. But I'm just gonna do this one here really quick. It's very similar. I just want to show you what that same exact image looks like on this tumbler, since it is essentially the same appearance. So as you can see, the little creative studio here with the tools on the left hand side, very similar to what we saw in Printify. Some of this stuff, of course, is going to very much parallel because there isn't a lot of difference that you can have, nor that you would even want to have, right? Because both of these platforms want to make it as simple and straightforward and easy for you as the creator as possible. So let me pull up that image once again. Like I said, Printful does not have the AI image generator that Printify has. I thought that that was a really great feature. This one does not have it. That doesn't mean that they suck. It just means that they don't have that yet, right? Because everybody's going AI nowadays. So I'm sure that they will have it eventually. It looks like I might need to change this image size a little bit because it's not quite fitting how it needs to. Just as we saw in Printify, it helps guide you along with the image size. I'm going to show you here really quick on the left-hand side the different tools that they have for you to utilize to put a little bit more pizzazz or just a little bit more creativity onto whatever product it is that you are designing. So you do not, of course, have to have an image already created either from your own digital design or using AI. You can create everything here inside this platform, inside Printful, and in the previous platform in Printify, you can also do the same, which I have already showed you. But I am just saying this again for redundancy for people who kind of have a tendency to skip around inside of a YouTube video. To be honest, it's great that they offer this, but it looks a little wonky to me. It looks a little, I don't know, fake. Let me know what you all think. This, of course, is not just about my opinion. This is all just my preferences that I am voicing. If you think it's good, if you like it, that's what works best for you. I'm just sharing my opinion as we go through this, but showing you all the different tools that you have available to you, different adjustments that you can make, all important while you are deciding which platform you think might serve you best and your products and your brand. I will say that in my experience with both platforms, they are both beginner friendly, whether it is, print on demand as a beginner or designing as a beginner. They both are very easily used by beginners, I would say. I myself am a beginner and I find both of them, to be beginner friendly. Both are simple and intuitive. I think it's just a matter of the interface, and that comes down to preference and previous experience, I think. You're going to notice when I select 40 ounce here, it's like, nope, hold up, you got to fix that image then. So this is why I say that it's beginner friendly, and it helps you along the way. It helps to guide you to make sure that you get the best print quality. So I clearly need to shrink this image down a little bit to make sure that it fits. To be honest, I'm not really sure how well this is going to look. I don't know. I feel like it was actually a little bit easier when I did this on Printify. It seemed like I just uploaded the photo and then it was there, and then I created the mock-ups and it looked really slick and nice and I liked it. But we'll see. We'll see if I would drink from this cup too. I just gotta get this image in here, make sure that you can see all the text. All right, let's see the mock-ups. Let's see what kind of magic we made inside Printful right now. Let's see. Ooh, I would drink from this cup too. I like that. It actually turned out better than I thought. I mean, these aren't great pictures, right? Because of where the image placement is. But if you were drinking from the cup, it makes sense though, because that's what everyone else will see while your hand is on the handle. But that looks really slick too. I like that. I'm not sure which one I like better. Tell me what you all think. Which tumbler would you rather drink from? The Printful tumbler or the Printify tumbler? Which one do you think turned out better? Let me know. Okay, I like these easy options that they have right here. Oh, I really like that. They give you an idea of what that same image would look like on these other products too, on other similar products on drinkware. That's nice. I think I like that black glossy mug. That looks real slick. I like that a lot. It looks good. I mean, I would not mind actually having this tumbler. And people will be like, what's Mission More Money? And I tell them it's exactly what it sounds like. Thank you all for tolerating my goofy ass over here. And just like what you saw with Printify, you can also order a sample here as well, which I very much encourage you to do. Again, you don't really want to sell something that you yourself would not be willing to buy. Ooh, I apologize. I'm awful. My redundancy failed me. I did forget to show you here quickly what they have on the left hand side panel. different resources, different tools that are available to you as the creator, as the store owner. And I also forgot to show you stores so that you have that visual of all of the different stores that you can connect to. So as you can see, major platforms all integrated here with Printful. That is going to conclude this very basic side-by-side comparison and tutorial of both Printify and Printful. I really hope that it gave you a good sense of what each has to offer. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really do wish you the very best of luck with your store, with your creations, your products, and your customers. If you have any advice for the rest of us, please drop it down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you don't miss any other tutorials that I offer here and different advice on making money online. Thank you all once again so much. Take care and see you next time.